All right. So the Edmonton Oilers beat the LA Kings in 6 games by a score of 6-4. Did you watch? Were you okay? So that was the same night as the Leaf game. So I'm assuming you didn't get to see that
No,
at least the first period.
I didn't get to see most of the game. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
the first 5.5 minutes of that game featured 4 goals in an
So
elimination
yes,
game, which
these
is ridiculous.
notifications I did see. Yes,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
yes.
Um, dude, Calvin Pickard. What I don't know where to start here, but I will start here. There was gonna be one X factor in this series to go either way for the Edmonton Oilers in particular, and that would have been the play of Stuart Skinner. I know we mentioned it in our previews, and it just so happened that the X factor was Stuart Skinner, but it was him not playing. Dude,
He was
Calvin
the he was
Pickard,
he was the Y factor. I don't know.
he was the Y factor. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
why is he still in net factor? That's what
Yeah,
that factor was. Calvin Pickard 4-0 in these playoffs. 4 goals allowed though in that game. Like he didn't have the greatest of games, but when he needed to stand tall, he did. Dude, the LA Kings, man, I feel sorry for them. This is 4 straight years of being eliminated by the Edmonton Oilers. Do you think people in LA are just sick of seeing the color orange? Because I would be.
you know what? This is the thing about being an LA sports fan is like if you're sick of seeing the color orange, it's like go to Dodger Stadium and view some blue and white. Like you know what I mean? Like they just have so
Ah,
it's just
I know.
I
Oh,
don't know.
well, I
Maybe
would
they're
say
sick of
maybe go
seeing
see
yellow
some.
and purple.
I was about
I
to
don't
say
know.
maybe go see some yellow and
Right?
purple, but then I remembered
Yeah.
their season didn't end too well
Anyways,
either. So
there's a lot of colors in LA that you'll probably find one that you like, but you're right that orange is bottom of the list right now. Yeah, I'm really surprised by this because it just simply put like this was the LA Kings' best chance. This was their best team in the 4 attempts. This was the Edmonton Oilers' worst team in the 4 attempts, and you still found a way to lose after taking a 2-0 series lead. It's I don't you can't come back with the same roster and at the same time what do you do? Like you're not trading Enze Kopitar or Drew Doughty. Like those are cornerstones that you've had since your like your 2 cups. They're staying here until they retire. You're not trading Quinton Byfield. You're not trading Adrian Kempe, who lights the world on fire against the Edmonton Oilers. Like you're
hmm
looking at, I don't know, like Kevin
Brian
Fiala. Is
Clark, like,
that's a
why would
name
you
that I
want
do
to?
look at? Yeah, but it's yeah, like this feels like they don't they feel like they are set up to um they're gonna make the same mistake that the Leafs did after losing a second time to the Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
in getting rid of. You're saying they're gonna make their Kadri deal, their Kadri for Kerfoot deal this
Yeah,
summer? Oh
yeah.
God. Oh
Now,
man.
so I don't know who's their cod. Like I don't know, is Kevin Fiala really their Kadri? Like
Well, nobody got
is Brant
suspended
Clark
for.
really? Yeah, yeah.
Nobody
But
got
it was
suspended for an indefinite amount of time.
still suspended to this day. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just they got to be very careful with their next move. And you want to talk about like I was gonna say like maybe Rob Blake is a guy who should be on the clock, like, but at the same time you make the Dubois move and gets you Kemper, and I mean I don't know if Kemper was really the greatest. And we talked about that was the other like matchup like Kemper versus McDavid Draisaitl, but
I think
I
he
don't
was
know what
better
goalie
than
you
the last guys. Like they had
yeah a
Corpusalo
hundred
before and Cam
and
Talbot the year before
can
that.
can you tell me who you could put in that LA net that makes this a different series? Like no, I don't really think there is a guy. I don't really think so. And the thing with the LA Kings is their goaltending was awful in the regular season too. It was part of the reasons why sometimes they couldn't make the playoffs. Like David Riddick is the backup there. His save percentage is below 900. God forbid Darcy Kemper wasn't there. They were in a world of hurt. So they're really stuck. They have to be thinking, how do we win the division next year? to ensure that we don't play the Edmonton Oilers. Like, I don't know. I guess that's really, and even then,
Well, they'll do that, and they'll be the Oilers will be a wild card team with substandard
yeah,
goaltending, right? Like,
no,
and
it's a crazy spot to be in for them. They're stuck. They're stuck.
I think starters has to be getting rid of Jim Hiller. I know we said it, but like you said it before, you are not a Jim Hiller guy.
No.
I don't know if you saw this. I saw a tweet that was like, Chris Knobloch is playing checkers while Jim Hiller is also playing checkers. The only difference is that Jim Hiller does not know how to play checkers.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm not a Jim Hiller guy. I guess, yeah, like you can make that move because it's Jim Hiller in the sense that no one's going to be too mad if it's like one and done for Jim Hiller. Like, it's not like oh my God, that was unfair to the coach. I even then, like, I am really struggling to come up with and this is in early May, so there's going to be lots of time for them to come up with their correct answer, but
100%.
I struggle to see a path that I really like. Terms of, this is how you get a different look. This is what you do. I'm not seeing it right now. So that's scary. Now, on the Edmonton side, I was a doubter. I chose the LA Kings in 6. It was the Oilers in 6. We talked about Winnipeg doing it without Mark Scheifele, without Josh Morrissey in Game 7. They did it without their, by far, like no question, their best defenseman on the defensive side of the puck this entire series, and Matthias Ekholm. They probably still don't have him in round 2. They found a way, and it's the usual suspects at the top. It's as much a Kings choke job as it was just like Oilers. That's the Oilers formula over and over again is McDavid, Draisaitl, Bouchard. I saw I think this was OptaStats. They got some good stuff too, but this one was like if you watch hockey, like I hate the like combined point stats. It's like, sure, if a first line combines on a goal, yeah, you have 3 points, but that was one goal. That was one play. Like I hate that stuff. But McDavid, Draisaitl, Bouchard in I think it's 22 playoff games against the Kings have like 115 combined points. So even let's even divide that by 3, right? It still comes to like 36 or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
Right? Like you're still almost at a 2-point per game rate from those 3 players. So in other words, every night the LA Kings play the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs, you can basically guarantee that 2 of those 3 players are getting points.
Yeah.
That's
and not just one. It's like multiple. It's like 2 of them are getting multiple points, basically. I saw another one too.
They own them.
I don't know if you saw this, but it was like McDavid and Draisaitl in like combined in 145 playoff games or something like that. They have 200 plus. It's like 250 plus points, and it's like the Leafs, the core 4, in the same time span have like 160, and there's 4 guys instead of.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Well, there was also Well, I'll bring it up now, honestly, because we're already talking about it. But there was like a Sebastian Aho stat where it's like he's got, I think it was like 11 goals in 14 potential clinchers, and the Maple Leafs core 4 combined has 10. And that stat changed. I mean, yeah, it did change for the better.
Changed a bit.
Yeah, we did get 3 of those. We got 3 of those. So Sebastian Aho, you can never say that again. Okay, you never. But anyways, no, like you run out of just ways to describe McDavid and Draisaitl, right? That's it. It basically just feels like the way that they lose series is in colossal, disappointing fashion. Like I brought up the Mike Trout Shohei Ohtani meme. That's how it feels like it is anytime they lose a series. Like they don't lose series in regular ways. They lose by their goalie being worse than Connor Hellebuck the past 3 years, which is really hard to do. They lose by just astronomical ways. And if that's not the case, they're probably winning because they've got probably the 2 best players in the NHL.
2 of the best players over the past like 40 years. They're putting up
playoffs. Yeah, it's
they are putting up Mario and Gretzky numbers like at this point right now. Like that is where they're at. It's unfortunate that the rest of the team just hasn't been like that. So for the Kings, it's like, how are you meant to stop the reincarnate of Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky,
And you have a
right?
guy who turns into at least turns into like Yammer Yager and Adrian Kempe. So like you're already getting that, and you need another one of those guys. Where the hell do you find that? You don't. You don't. Like I don't know the path. Um,
It's not clear
that's
right
really it.
now.
Yeah.
That's for
No.
sure.